Today we're going to prepare rainbow chard with garlic. Rainbow chard is in season in the fall, and it's absolutely beautiful. These colors, what is naturally that color, that bright pink and that yellow, are gorgeous. We're going to start with some garlic, a couple cloves. Garlic is good with just about everything except for breakfast foods. We're going to smash the garlic with the side of the knife to peel it. And this way the peel slips right off. Cut off the root end. And then we're going to mince up our garlic. To do that, we're going to start cutting, watching your fingers, keeping the tip of the knife on the board. Get it into a nice chopped pile, and then we're going to put our hand flat on the back of the spine of the knife, and we're going to go back and forth across the garlic until we get it all nicely uniform minced. Once we have that done, I'm going to go ahead and put this in a bowl and prep our chard. Okay. Now, everything on the chard gets eaten. We don't need to throw away the stems. The only thing I would cut off is the very bottom of this growing end. We're going to just trim as little bit as possible. But the stems look really pretty once you cook them up. And we're going to use all of them. So we're going to start with the stems and just make uniform slices across the stems. Now what I like to do with the leaves is to stack them and turn them towards you and cut stripes this way to get nice bite-sized pieces. Unlike kale and spinach, especially spinach, which shrink up, chard pretty much holds its size. It doesn't shrink quite as much. So we turn it 90 degrees and we just cut it up into bite-sized pieces. And then we have our chard. Okay, we're going to come over here to the stove. And we're going to heat our pan. Another trick is to heat your pan before you put your oil in. Get the pan nice and hot, then put your oil in, and then put your food in. It'll make it a little bit more non-stick. So we're going to let that heat, and we're going to put our garlic in. A little bit of extra virgin olive oil, and our garlic. You could also dice up onion if you wanted to add onion to this. The garlic gives it a really nice flavor. We're going to get the garlic tender and sizzling, but we don't want to brown our garlic. Once it just starts to get nice and sizzling there, we're going to go ahead and add our greens, and the garlic will continue to cook with the greens. Take all those beautiful greens and put them in there. Another thing that tastes really good with this is to slice up some mushrooms, some exotic mushrooms, or just white button mushrooms. Goes really well with the greens. See how pretty that is? It's beautiful. We're going to add some salt and pepper. We're using kosher salt, freshly ground pepper. And keep this going on about a medium heat. And we just saute that until it gets nice and tender, which takes about maybe 10 minutes at the most. I think over the years, and from our childhood, we have a bad perception of greens. They really get a bad rap, and I think that's because our well-meaning parents or grandparents boiled our vegetables so they were unrecognizable, and this gorgeous green and this color turns to that olive drab, which isn't very appetizing. Okay, so our chard looks like it's getting nice and tender. It still has that nice green color. We're going to shut that off. And I think we'll finish it off with just a little bit of white wine vinegar. You could use apple cider vinegar. Pretty much anything goes. Just a little bit. It really makes the flavor pop when you put the vinegar with the greens. It also keeps the greens green. And that's that. Rainbow chard. Put that in our bowl. How pretty it is, even still. All the original color, and it has a nice little crunch, and it tastes delicious.